When President Biden goes before the nation tonight, he will face a full House as opposed to his first address to a joint sitting last year, which was full to only 20% capacity amid strict social distancing. With the Centers for Disease Control easing their mask mandate, face coverings will be optional for lawmakers on Capitol Hill amid a still spiraling national death toll as a result of the coronavirus. Rampant inflation as economic concerns reach a premium, while geopolitical tensions have the world on edge. But if there was one issue that could best demonstrate rare bipartisan resolve, it would be on the international front, particularly the US-led Western response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
Putin's aggression against Ukraine will end up costing Russia dearly, economically and strategically. We will make sure of that. Putin is the aggressor. Putin chose this war, and now he and his country will bear the consequences.
But the focus of a State of the Union is largely domestic in nature, with inflation reaching levels last seen 40 years ago, rising petrol prices, and a COVID-19 pandemic that simply won't go away. The president will seek to deliver a plan out of this proverbial morass.
He will talk about inflation in his speech. Of course, that is a huge issue on the minds of Americans. Now, one thing to note is one of the best, most important steps that the Senate could take is to confirm his slate of eminently qualified nominees to fill out the Federal Reserve Board, given they have a very important role as it relates to inflation. But I think what you will hear the president talk about, and I think this is what they were talking about on this call, is how we're going to address costs for the American people and lower costs.
The president's Build Back Better package of social safety nets also hitting roadblocks in a divided Congress as he seeks a reboot of his domestic agenda that failed to reach consensus last year.
The Build Back, parts of his agenda that he has talked about significantly a lot over the course of the last several months, lowering costs for childcare, lowering costs for elder care, lowering costs for prescription drugs, those are not done yet. So he will reiterate his call for Congress to move forward on those. But I would also note that in the speech, he's going to make clear that one of the best ways to lower costs over the long run is to increase the productive capacity of our economy, to make more things in America with more American workers contributing and earning a good living.
Biden's popularity also taking a knock, with an average of polls showing his approval at just 41%. This gives Republicans strong momentum heading into the midterm elections in November, which they hope will return them to power in at least one, if not both houses of Congress, which would add additional roadblocks to Biden's agenda during the remaining 2 years of his term in office. He now seeks to take a prime-time opportunity to blunt the opposition's momentum, as he seeks to tout his achievements to date, while acknowledging the hard work that still lies ahead. Sherwin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.